Alright, hello everybody. Welcome to the second race of Gazelle Motorsport. Today at Watkins Glen. It's gonna be an hour-long race. The race will start at sunset and then continue into the dark. We have a mandatory pit stop. And currently 38 drivers on track. So it's gonna be busy, especially during qualifying. As you can see, there's loads of drivers on track already right now. Some still waiting in the pits. Waiting and maybe looking if they can find a nice gap. Well, qualifying has just started. So that gap should be easily found, as a traffic jam is currently forming, so people can line up their lap, get the best exit possible into T1. It's gonna be exciting, this race. Gonna be loads of new people, new names, some familiar faces from last week. But we'll just have to wait and see until everybody has set a few laps to see what the pecking order will be like for this week. Yep, it has. It has right now. So with the first few people setting their laps, we're starting to see the formation and the speed of everybody. Some of the leaders starting to put in their laps. As we see right now, Wilson with nearly a second under his current lap time, looking to jump a few spots. Currently has the delta for P3 as it looks like. Which is exactly where he puts his car. Currently watching along with Glen who's improving 0.6, 0.7 even, which would put him, if he can manage to keep it together, nearly in the top 5. Oh, and he decided to drive into the pits. Maybe he got an invalid lap.
Looked like he got invalid on the last corner.
Ah, disappointing for him. He would have jumped quite a few places if he would have kept it together. Right now, not really much people improving, apart from the BMW of Carlin, who is over a second under his delta. Most of the drivers currently on an outlap, trying to set their lap at the last possible moment to get as much grip and rubber on the track, or at least get the advantage of the most rubber on track as possible. Tristan Sleutel, which is currently improving 3/10, which might gain him one or two spots.
Oh, that's a basic top.
Peter Romeo is currently improving, however has an invalid lap, so guess his improvement won't really do much right now. However, Glen Finema's trying again. Knows he can drive way faster than his current lap time, a set of 44.0 in practice, so he'll be hoping to replicate that in qualifying. Currently is quite slightly struggling to do so. And the rest of the drivers is either in the pit lane or down on their delta. And Glen does manage to improve.
Very nice improvement.
Yeah, managed to jump 5 or 6 spots on the grid.
Yeah, he jumped 5 spots all the way to P10.
He'll be happy about that. Maybe he can try and keep this momentum and improve again. However, his competitors above him are also improving. Alright, with the final 10 seconds of qualifying, we'll be taking a look at the finish line. To see all the drivers coming past as the flag has fallen for qualifying. Let's see if we can... if the final drivers currently crossing the track can manage to improve. Not really. With Peter Romeo coming across the finish line, doesn't manage to improve, unfortunately for him. And the rest of the drivers is either invalid or down in delta, which I guess makes that the end of qualifying. The last driver to cross the finish line is Larange, which doesn't manage to improve as well, unfortunately. Alright, the drivers are lining up on the grid right now. We'll be going past each driver, starting with our man on pole position. In the Mercedes, Nevedjev, followed by the McLaren of Larange. Then another McLaren of Topinka. Then Wilson in the Ferrari. And Peter Romeo in the Aston Martin. Then Hesterman in the McLaren. Glen in the Ferrari. The first couple of our own drivers. Remy Lamers in the Lamborghini. Chris Hars in the Audi. Followed by Glen Finnema, who rounds out the top 10. Then we have Momeu, another Ferrari. Then we have Allard Wolf, another one of our own drivers in the Mercedes. Then another BMW, which we've seen already quite a lot of in the entire grid, of Pascoloni. Then the first and only Bentley driver, quite brave to do so, of Greensheu. Then another BMW, Batek. Then we have Casper Duvalois of our own team, Gazelle Motorsport. Followed by Tristan Sleutel in P17 in a Porsche. Another BMW. Joining us again this week is Sampieri. Then we have Dick van der Klis, hoping to perform better than last week, as he had quite a messy race. Then we have Rohr in the Ferrari, also quite a few of them on the grid. Then we have Dominic in the BMW. Then we have Shelby in the Ferrari. Kevin Douland in the Lamborghini. Followed by Nieto in the Porsche. And another Ferrari, which is driven by Thornton. Then we have another Ferrari, one of our own, again. Followed by Stevens in the old Porsche. Then Hayden Sweet, the owner of Toga Motorsport. Check them out as well. As the drivers are currently starting their formation lap, we'll be finishing off with the last few drivers, which is Nekas in the BMW. Let's check on board with him. Then Berg in the Ferrari again. Yamikov, another BMW. Villetal in McLaren, followed by Hakopjanjan in the BMW. Then Kudryavtsev, sorry if I pronounce these guys wrong, in the McLaren, followed by Taylor in an Aston Martin. Then Ballini in the Lamborghini, De Bruyne in the Ferrari, and then Peters rounds off the grid in his Porsche.
Yeah, considering Peters, I just heard from him. He accidentally chose the wrong Porsche.
Ah, right.
He accidentally chose the old one instead of the new one.
He'll be having a tough time today then.
He's gonna have a tough time trying to get that thing to work.
Yeah, especially since the old Porsche is quite a lot more difficult to drive than the newer Porsche.
Yeah, because he tried to he did the pre-race training. He did that in the new Porsche.
Ah, right.
He accidentally chose the wrong one to do the race. So yeah, he's gotta have a tough job on him.
Oh, we'll wait and see where he can manage to put his car today. Be cool to see him fighting with some of the guys in front, or in front of him. Ooh, now we see Tristan Sleutel in the pit lane. I guess he forgot to press drive. Drivers are lining up now in double file, preparing themselves for T1, hoping that there won't be too much carnage.
No, let's hope all the drivers can keep a sane mind and basically play without trouble. I mean, no races. You cannot win a race in the first corner.
No, they've been told that in the driver's briefing as well. So.
It's going to be a difficult race though, considering the it's dark and Watkins Glen it's a nice track, but it can be a difficult one.
Yeah. Right, and they're off. Looks like it's fairly clean. However, we do see a yellow flag in the back. But so far, no big crashes. However, the bus stop is coming up, which is also a tough place at the start. So far, again, it does look fairly clean. However, we do see a few yellow flags. Well, there has been quite a big crash, I think. Try and find it in the replay. Oh, that's too far back. So far, Nefediev has had a clean start, managed to keep the lead. with two McLarens following in close by. Mercedes is currently really trying to pull a gap to the McLaren behind. Currently has a gap of 1.1 seconds. Currently on board with Peter Romeo is 2/10 behind. Ferrari Wilson will be looking to overtake. Can't manage to get alongside in the braking, so it's too far back. The drivers will be looking to get into a rhythm, as Watkins Glen really asks you to do so. The track requires to have a nice flow, a nice rhythm, in order to drive your optimal race pace. Some drivers may struggle to find that rhythm, so they'll be struggling all race, fortunately for them. Currently following Mark de Munich. There's Nieto attacking him in the bus stop, but does back out.
Bus stop isn't really a place to attack someone.
No, it's quite dangerous unless you're fully alongside. Valois is managing to get alongside the Bentley. Can he keep it around the outside? He does. Nice overtake from Casper. See Freddy Winkel trying to follow Casper to overtake the Bentley. Currently quite a close battle for P2 on the grid. Topinka and Larange both in a McLaren, 2/10 apart.
I'm looking at the names of the list at the moment. One of the names that I see at the moment is Mark Peters. He's already gone to P23. capitalize a lot on the problems of other people. And I think he's slowly getting to his rhythm with the car.
We'll be hoping to do so. Currently side by side with Villatal, taking another spot. He's actually, like you said, getting some good ground on on his competitors.
I know him personally, and I do know he has a lot of racing experience in doing iRacing, but a little bit less on ACSP. But he does know, seeing this now, he does know how to race, how to use a car to its optimum.
And then he'll be fine using the old Porsche, I guess. Looking to switch to Glen who is 3/10 behind Allard Wolf.
I also see that Ferdi has gained a position on the penalty.
Ah, he's managed to get past. Right. Glen clips the grass a little bit. We see Peter Romeo going slow, losing 2 places. Unfortunately for him. Has Chris Hars right on his tail. Actually alongside right now.
Alongside there.
And managed to lose another spot. Unfortunately, he has to look in the mirror again, because Momeu is already on his tail, really close, heading onto the main straight. Going into T1.
I mean, considering Romeo's race pace, looks like he made a mistake somewhere. He lost a lot of time.
Yeah, he lost 2 places, but already is on the attack to Hars in the Audi, which is quite a risky place to do so here.
He actually managed to hold it, which is quite impressive.
Yeah, but doing so cost him only 1 place.
Yeah,
I guess
could have cost him a lot
it
more.
could have cost him his whole race, keeping his car there. But yeah, like I said before, struggling to get into a rhythm, which ends up costing you about 4 positions.
Yeah, if he has to regain himself really fast, because Pasqualini is joining the fight, other than Glen. They're also joining the fight, so I think it's going to be a really difficult race for him if he doesn't regain his confidence in the car.
Yeah, he is currently losing time to the cars in front, as the cars behind are catching up to him.
It might also be that he's got a different strategy now, because they have to stop for fuel and tires. So it might be that he just started with a full tank he needs, puts the tires on, and then just a little bit of fuel. But I mean, you're not going to win the time during the pit stop.
No, it's gonna be hard doing either an over or undercut on these guys. Maybe even pit at the same time. Oh, as we see a yellow flag for Glen, who is in the wall. Let's see what happened there. As he is driving behind Allard. Tried. Oh no, he just clipped the curb. The car sent him into the wall. Oh, he He'll be bummed by that.
It is one of the things where the Ferrari 296 is really doesn't like the curves.
No, it easily sends you spinning. It is a fast car if you manage to keep it in control. However, it's quite tough to keep it in control. And this battle here behind Mark in the BMW is unfolding as well. These guys are already pretty close to each other the whole race. As the Bentley of Grincheux managed to get past the Winkle again, Ferrari. Is now looking ahead to Duvalois again, hoping to get the spot back, which he does as Casper outbrakes himself into turn 1. Or he might lose another position to Winkle. Managed to keep in front.
I'm not seeing Glen on the list anymore, so I think he retired the car.
I guess so. Maybe he'll go to bed early. And now we see Peter Romeo struggling again. Has already lost the cars in front and now has Pasqualini alongside. Going into turn 9, I think it is. But does manage to stay ahead. Turn 8, sorry. The driver should also be wary of track limits, especially in the second to last corner. Easily to overshoot it a little bit and get yourself a warning. So they have to be careful for that, otherwise they'll be getting a drive-through. So we see a yellow flag for Nieto, who is in the wall. Let's check what happened to him. Lost it on exit, unfortunately. Let's hope he can manage to regain control. His car doesn't have too much damage. We see Craig Taylor, who is in the
that's a pretty
battle with the BMW of Habok Jan. Managed to get past.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I just saw the BMW go straight over the curve, you know, on that really fast corner. So just
that does lose you time. We see Peter's already up into P19. There's 991 Porsche looking ahead to Nekas. It's quite close actually. 2/10.
Can we see what the time is that Max is doing at the moment? He was doing 46 before.
He's currently driving 47s. Has done his best race lap previous lap. Um,
Okay, so yeah, that's good. It's good consistency. It's I think he's slowly getting to learn the track, because he also told me it's the first time he's driving this track.
I managed to dive into the inside of Nekas and gaining him another position. And he's currently driving about 1 to 2 seconds faster than at least the guys behind him. The guys in front of him are just a tad faster. But maybe once he gets into his rhythm and gets to know the car a little bit better, he can manage to improve his pace. Let's check on board with our leader, Nefediev. Has a of 8 seconds behind him and is also quite a lot faster than the guys behind him. Around 6/10 a lap. So he'll be hoping for a quiet race. No big issues with blue flags, and hoping to increase the gap behind and dominate the race. We see a yellow flag for Allard Wolf. Let's see if we can check in the replay what happened to him. Maybe his car nearly sent him into the wall at the bus stop as well. Did, unfortunately. The bus stop is quite a tricky place. Take one curve the wrong way and the car sends you wide or into a wall or spinning.
I don't think he got too much damage from it, so he should be fine. But he did lose some time on the car in front of him. So. Looking at the Gazelle Motorsport guys, they're really they're not sure which one is the fastest actually.
No, they are struggling.
They're still battling. I mean, the Munich with BMW, he's keeping up a good fight against the Ferraris.
Yeah, it's his first time.
I think it's going to be difficult in the end, because Ferraris are definitely fast on this track.
Yeah, the nature of the track suits the car. And the guys behind him, behind Marcus, are also familiar with the car. As we see here, Casper right on the rear bumper of Mark. As we see a yellow flag for Peters, who has gone wide into turn 1. Maybe he's gone straight on, or clipped too much curb. Would manage to keep it out of the wall.
He lost a couple of places, but I mean, he doesn't have any damage. So.
And we see Casper, as we just talked about it, Casper getting past Mark, but they're still alongside each other. Mark does sit in behind. The battle for P3 is still going on with Topinka. Was looking fast in practice, but didn't manage to put his pace through in qualifying. But is now alongside Wilson in the Ferrari. Will try to outbrake him, stay on the outside, but
that's hard. It's not going to work. If I'm going against a Ferrari, you're not going to win that on the brakes.
No, and especially on the outside, into the bus stop is a tough place to overtake in the first place, let alone have the brakes of the McLaren. So good defending by Wilson. Have any drivers already pitted? Quite a few actually, but they are quite far back, with Thornton currently the leading driver which has pitted, and a few drivers. Ooh, not sure what happened there. Just staying stationary. Maybe a disconnect from the McLaren behind Wilson, as he's gone right now. Loads of drivers gaining places, sorry. But he has disappeared. I can't find him on the list as well.
I guess we're talking about P4. I just had left to get a drink, but I see P4 has.
Yeah, he's disappeared.
He's gone. I see there's a yellow at the P18.
Yeah, that's Charlie Thornton, who's stood stationary on the main straight, but has managed to continue driving right now. You can see on the track map.
Looks like Romeo has regained his confidence. I mean, he's gone past Postrini and pulled the gap and is basically slowly going towards Chris.
He is catching up where the gap was, I believe, about 3 seconds.
I think Chris is also losing time because he's batting the Ferrari in front of him. So, I mean, the battles are not helping. But
no, they cost you a lot of time.
it might also be that the Aston Martin. That's unfortunate for Chris. Looks like he just gripped the curve or something on the inside on T1.
Oh,
no,
there's too much wheel spin on exit.
Yeah.
But does manage to continue. Hopefully for him, not too much damage.
It looks like the front of the Audi is pretty scarred, so
yeah, he'll be looking to pit soon.
He's definitely going to feel that. Going back to Mr. Romeo.
Yep.
It looks like, the way I see it, it looks like he actually set up the car to be really good mid-race to end of race. So he's struggling in the beginning, but it looks like the car is coming back to him at the moment. So
yeah, has managed to pick up his pace. He's currently over a second faster last lap than Momo in front of him, and is matching pace to the podium actually.
Which it's really good on him. I mean, there's different ways to set up the car, and it really looks like he set up the car to go to the end of the race and not be fast at the beginning and try to save it in the end. But be a little bit slower in the beginning, but try to regain everything, or as much as he lost in the beginning, to get it to the end. Looks like number 18 has started to has parked it on the side again.
Yep, confirmation from him. He has some hardware issues. His PC keeps freezing.
That's really unfortunate.
Let's hope he can manage to fix it soon. We see this battle between the three Gazelle drivers again.
It's a battle which it keeps on going.
Yep, and Mark managed to get past Casper again.
Yeah, that's pretty brave in the bus stop.
We see also some of the first drivers pitting as it's nearing the halfway mark. Hayden Sweet, owner of Toga, is currently in the pit lane. Craig Taylor also in the pit lane.
It looks like Jakob Janjan has accidentally gone too fast into the pit area. Because he managed to get a stop and go 30, which is, yeah,
that's tough.
That's a tough one. That's basically a race ending.
Yeah, that will cost him quite a lot of time, I believe. Nearly a whole lap to his competitors. We see another yellow flag to Peters. Let's hope he kept it out of the wall. Ah, just clipped a tiny bit of grass, which sent the car spinning into the wall. Doesn't look like too much damage.
It also, I mean, it also really looks like he tried his hardest, not to go back on the racing line.
Yeah, it's a tight track.
Yeah, no other cars were basically hindered by the fact that he actually spun the car. So
as Mark de Munich has pitted, so
I think, yeah, Mark is in the pit at the moment, so he might be trying to
do an undercut.
Yeah, to do an undercut on the Ferraris, to just go like, he was matching the pace on the Ferraris.
Yeah.
So.
Maybe some fresh tires, some clear air would give him some better pace than battling the guys behind or in front.
Yeah, I just see that the Lynch has gone into the pits as well.
Yep. So we'll see loads of other drivers performing their mandatory pit stop. I think most of them have already done it actually.
I'm not sure if P1 has already pitted, I don't think so.
No, P1 still has to pit. The whole top 5 actually still has to pit. P6 as well, P7, P12 still has to pit, and then P17. And the rest of the guys have pitted, so the order will be restored a little bit again. Yeah, the leader already has a gap of 18 seconds behind him.
That's Arnold Wolf on P13. Has he pitted as well?
Yes, he has. I think he pitted early.
Yeah, then he did a nice job because he gained a position on Munich. Before the pit stops, he was behind Munich and
well done.
And at the moment, he's in front of Munich, and he's most likely going to gain a position on Casper as well, because Casper's still in the pits.
He's currently exiting
now,
the pit,
which
so
is, it's going to be a close one.
Yeah, we'll be looking if Mark can get past him or Casper
I
stays
think
in front? I
Mark's
think he stays in
halfway.
front. Yeah, by quite a margin as well, so maybe Mark messed up something in his pit stop.
I see a yellow flag with number 72 and number 16.
72 and 16.
I also see Tristan Sleutel has... Oh,
I think he left. Maybe we can...
I mean, I saw
Go back in the
72
replay.
and Tristan both having a yellow dot on him, so it might be that something happened between them. Hope not.
Can't really see anything yet. So
Oh, what? Can you go back? What
yeah.
happened? Something happened between the Ferrari and BMW.
Ooh, managed to hit each other.
Yeah, the BMW. It looked like the BMW lost it on the curb and basically got into the racing line for the Ferrari.
Luckily, no other drivers involved, but tough on them, probably ending their race for both of them. As we see the leaders also in the pit lane. And the battle for P10 is also unfolding. Or P11 rather. Check if the leaders make a change for position. Oh, we see a yellow flag from Mark. Maybe he's gone straight on. Lost the position to the Audi of Chris, who is close behind. And Chris has...
Chris actually, he repaired the car. The car looks like...
It's
looks like the damage is gone, so...
in a better condition now. But it did cost him quite a lot of time. I think he was in the top 10 and now is in P14, so unfortunate for him, but maybe he can regain his pace, regain some positions. It would have been tough to finish the race with that amount of damage, I think. So a good call from him.
Yeah, I think it would be really difficult to get the car to turn in or to just do something well when you turn the steering wheel. You know, I mean, if the front of the car has that much damage,
yeah,
it's gonna be a difficult one.
It's a tough one, especially in the Audi, as it's already quite a tough car to control. As we see him here, nearly diving into the inside, but managed to send Saint-Pierre straight on.
Yeah, it was actually a really good move because Saint-Pierre actually looks like he made a small mistake.
Yep, which
Chris was actually able to capitalize on it.
And the
it
car.
looks like the battle behind between the BMW and the Ferrari is also.
It's a blue flag. Yeah, it's a blue flag.
Oh, yeah, I missed it. My bad.
Yeah, confirmation from Topinka. He had a rage quit.
Okay.
Unfortunate for him, but it is what it is.
It looks like the three Gazelle guys from two Ferraris from P9 to P11. They are still trying to figure out who is actually the fastest on the three.
You're with Allard Wolf as well, 9 tenths behind.
Yeah, it looks like the other two guys are they're pretty evenly matched.
Yeah, they've been following each other all race long. So maybe they can, at least Freddy Winkel in behind can try and find his way past, but so far they've been matching pace actually. This is also the closest battle right now on track. The grid is pretty spread out. We have Mark on 5/10 behind of Zampieri. Battle for P9 between Casper and Duvalois. Casper and Winkel. And Allard Wolf 7/10 behind as well.
Casper and Ferdi, they cannot make a single mistake, as Allard will be right on their backs. I mean, 7 to 9/10. One mistake, you're on it.
Yeah, you'll be losing a position immediately. You see Nieto alongside the track.
That looks like the end of the bus stop. Yeah, it's a bus stop.
Yeah, bus stop. Once again.
It claims another
victim. Right now the gap between these two is really close. It's 2/10. It's varying between 2/10, 3/10.
I have to be honest, what I can see now at the moment, the lapped cars, they're really using their mirrors. I mean, I haven't seen a single one at the moment which has actually crashed into an overtaking car. So
yeah, they're doing a good job.
It says a lot on the drivers. So they really they're really using the mirrors to make sure that everyone's safe, even though they're being lapped or they're trying to overtake someone. So.
Yeah, it's good that they look in the mirrors, because it's for the battling cars for position. It's annoying, but also for the blue flags, it's annoying if if they're actually in the way, because it could ruin their own race. And the battle for P2 is actually ongoing with Larange within a second of Wilson.
Yeah, I think Larange has actually lost a place in the pit lane.
Yeah, he was in P2.
I think he was P2, but I mean, it's going to be a great race if they try to keep this up until the end. I think P1 has left. The gap is too big. I think P2 is going to be. It looks like it's going to be a great battle.
Yeah, they'll be hoping to get the battle as close as these guys. As we're back at them again. As Allard Wolf has now closed the gap and is now 4/10 behind Freddy Winkel. Looking to get past these guys and.
That's what I meant before. You know, the two guys they're battling and now they're being attacked by Allard Wolf. You know, I mean.
Here they come.
Battling and there's a third car.
It's gonna be interesting to see who managed to get on top of these guys. Allard backs out.
Yeah, I think to be honest, Ferdi he left a bit of room as well for Allard. But
Yeah.
I think Allard backed out earlier, you know, just to make sure that two of them are safe. You know.
Yeah, he's a smart driver. He knows when to pull off an overtake and when not to.
think most of the cars are actually in the position they're most likely going to stay. And 385 has gone off in the bus stop, it looks like.
Yeah, I'll check and see what happened to him. Does look like the bus stop claims yet another victim.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a heavy one.
There's overtake from Shelby into the bus stop.
Like I said before, Watkins Glen is quite a difficult track. Mostly a difficult track to get your pace and to get yourself settled in. It makes it more difficult because it's fully dark at the moment.
Yeah, it's hard to see your reference points, your braking markers.
Yeah, there's not a lot of lights on the side of the track, so it's down to the lights on your car. You have to make sure that you can race as fast as possible. It does make it a really fun track.
I think it's one of the better flowing tracks in ACC as well. It has quite a nice rhythm to it.
They're going to bring the Northfly for this year. I'm actually hoping they're going to bring Road America or something like that as well. I don't think it's going to happen, but I mean, the more tracks we get, the better it's going to be.
Yeah, the more variation in championships. Looking on board now with Freddy Winkle again. He's managed to close the gap to De Valois again. For he lost quite some time battling with Honorable. Tries to get alongside. This will be a tough move to pull off into the bus stop, and does back out.
Yeah, I think it looks like Casper he's taken most of what the tires are going to give him. So it looks like Freddy at the moment is a bit faster. So it's still 15 minutes, man. Anything can happen in 15 minutes.
Yeah, correct. And
I think Arnold is going to have a really tough one on Chris as well, because Chris looks really fast after he fixed the car.
yeah, he is about half a second faster currently. And Allard did lose quite a bit of time to the cars ahead, maybe still struggling from the damage of his spin earlier on in this race, or just lost his rhythm, or pushed his tires too much trying to catch up to the Ferraris ahead.
Yeah, it might be that the Mercedes is really trying to understeer at the moment, which it's going to cost him a lot of time. I do know Otto is not going to like it if Chris passes him on track. That's going to be a fun one.
He'll be trying his best to keep him in behind. As we see Freddy Winkle trying to have a look up the inside, but we see yellow flag. Let's see what happened there. I think it's quite a big crash between Taylor and Nekas in the BMW.
Oh, I see the yellow flag in front of Taylor, so it looks like the
yeah, maybe he was stationed. Oh, clipped the wall. Maybe the car behind the BMW of Nekas clipped him while he was being stationary.
Yeah, it looks like Alles has gone through his front tires.
Yeah, it does look like he's struggling. Has lost the position to Chris as well now. For P2 is unfolding as well. These guys are 5-10. Oh, we see these guys alongside each other. Again? For God knows how many times this race. And Freddy Winkel managed to get past Casper. Is currently the faster between the two.
It looks like now that he's past him, he's slowly gaining a gap on Casper. It also looks a bit like Casper has gone through his front tires as well, especially if you see how he comes out of the last corner.
Yeah, maybe he's pushed too much, trying to stay ahead.
Yeah. I mean, then it's going to be a hard 12 minutes.
Yeah.
Consider, I can't see the gap between Casper and Chris, but if you consider how fast Chris is, it's going to be a hard 12 minutes.
You see Hayden Sweet gaining a position on the Porsche of Nieto. I think Nieto made a small mistake. And Peter's gaining another position, currently in P20, coming from P38. Gained 18 positions in total. It's quite impressive, considering he crashed as well twice.
I think Nieto has gone into the pits. I think most likely he's gonna send it home. He's gonna go like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah. Or maybe just to repair his damage. The blinking headlight. This is still quite an interesting battle. They're pretty close to each other. Also matching pace. They're only 200ths apart in lap time.
It looks like the fight for P4 and 5 is also pretty close.
Is it for position? I think it is. Oh no, it isn't. It's a different Aston Martin, which Patrick Hesterman is currently overtaking. Peter Romeo we did manage to get back into his rhythm, but he's 9.4 seconds behind. Did get back into P5 after being nearly out of the top 10 at the start of this race.
Considering he started from P5, he did a great job. You can see how he tried to start the car. Maybe made some small mistakes, but in the end he still managed to get it back to P5.
Chris Hars already managed to close the gap of 4 seconds down to 1.2 seconds. Nearly a second faster than Casper, who has lost the...
I mean, I think 2 laps ago we were talking about how fast Chris was, but this is...
this is nearly worrying for Casper.
Yeah, I think Casper is really struggling with the Ferrari at the moment.
Yeah, he's almost 2 seconds slower than Chris. As we see, Allard, I think he's binned it to the first corner. Maybe the same as we've seen earlier with some other drivers. Just losing it, yep, losing it
Yeah.
on exit. He'll be bumped by that.
Oh, he lost 2 positions by that. I mean, it could be worse. It could be a race ending or a massive crash at T1. So. I think at the moment Casper I was hoping like, okay, I hope this is the last lap, but unfortunately he still has to go 7 minutes.
Yeah, that's about 4 or 5 laps.
Yep.
So he'll be hoping he can keep Chris behind, which is pretty tough to do so, as Chris is quite a feisty overtaker.
Yeah, and you can also see on the last corner.
Yeah, he loses so much time.
Yeah, how much time Chris actually gains in the coming out of the last corner. I mean, you're taking all that speed up to the straight, which is.
Going to the outside, quite a risky move to try. Did brake earlier to back out, smart.
Yeah, Chris is smart enough to not do that.
And Casper is also smart at defending. He's defended the inside of the bus stop pretty much for the whole race. And I think it's quite unheard of to overtake around the outside of the bus stop. Talking about unheard of. Looking at our leader, who's pulled a gap of 30 plus seconds to P2.
Yeah, he might as well do a pit stop and go for coffee and then come back again.
Yeah, he's nearly a second faster every lap, so well done. Hoping to continue this and keep it in the P1.
And considering this is only the second race that Gazelle Motorsport has hosted.
I think it's gone well.
It's going really well. There were a lot of participants during the race, and the racing was mostly done clean. You know, some small mistakes and everything, but no big mistakes or big crash or whatever. Yeah, I think the drivers coming to this, you know, they are of a certain level which allows people to just have a clean and fast race. You know, and you can literally see that there's multiple levels on how fast people are. I think this is going to be interesting. Considering the back marker is now at the bus stop.
Yeah, and Casper was using the back marker to his advantage to stay in his slipstream and try and get the advantage over Chris. Now we see Shelby and Taylor battling with each other as Taylor gets past Shelby. The car in front of Stevens is also quite close to them. And the BMW of Pascaloni behind them will be wanting to get past. So you see sparks flying from Taylor.
I mean, we were talking about track limits earlier in the race. I haven't seen a single one actually getting a drive-through or whatever, you know, so it's...
No, they've managed to keep it clean.
They really, yeah.
Which is pretty tough considering the exit of turn 1 also gives you a track limit fairly quickly.
Exiting the second last corner is also one where it's really easy to get a track limit.
Yeah, they're both pretty tricky places, and pretty easy to get a warning. So we see a yellow flag for Taylor. Maybe the bus stop sent his car wide, but does manage to keep it in control. Loses about a second to the car ahead. Shelby. We see Hars and Casper battling in the bus stop.
That's
I think he managed to. I think Chris managed to get it around the outside. Yeah, had a nice run on Casper. Put his car on the outside.
Yeah, you can see Casper is actually trying to do the same again. That's some close racing.
Yeah, nice move to get past.
It takes a lot of guts, you know, to go side by side into the bus stop. It takes a lot of confidence in the other driver, but it also takes a lot of guts.
I mean, fair dues to keep it clean.
How's the fight for P2? Have they? Have they settled it? Or?
I think they've settled it quite nicely. The gap is currently nearly 2 seconds. Where the leader will be entering the final lap of the race right now, with only 1:30 left in the race. Nearing the end of the race, we'll go through the entire grid. Currently in last place, unfortunately for him, Danny De Bruyne. With ahead of him in 30 seconds, Kudryavchev, and in the pits currently in P25, Nekas. I think he has stopped his race, is already in the pits for quite a few laps. P23 we have Roar, P22 with Glen, P21 Bellini, in P20 Yamikov, P19 we have Peters, who did gain another position, nearly gained 20 positions in the entire race.
It's quite impressive, you know, considering he's using the old Porsche.
Yeah, it's a tough car.
I mean, it continues to the bit. We're at P18 at the moment.
Yeah, P18, 16 and 17 with Taylor, Shelby and Stevens respectively still battling, entering the last lap. With Hayden Sweet in P15, Allard Wolf P14, Mark de Munich in P13. We'll go through the rest of the guys in a moment as we see P1 finishing the race with a gap of 30 seconds behind him. Well done to Nefediev. Right, Mark de Munich in P13 finished behind Sampieri. And Casper Duvalois P11. Chris Harsen P10. Freddy Winkel P9. Grincheux in P8. Pascolini P7. Momeu P6. Peter Romeo P5, behind his teammate I think. Hesterman in P4, crossing the finish line as well. And then Larange finished in P3 with Wilson ahead of him. In P2, Peter Romeo actually is nearly overtaken by Momeu. Actually is overtaken by Momeu due to blue flags. Won't be happy about that one.
That's gonna be a tough one to swallow. I mean, losing it literally on the parade towards the checkered line, towards the checkered flag.
Meanwhile, the last drivers are crossing the finish line. Pascolini P7. Grincheux in the Bentley, impressive performance.
That's
P8.
impressive, you know. the Bentley can be pretty fast, but
It's still a tough car to drive.
it's a tough car to drive. So yeah, that's very impressive.
And Peter's one of the last cars to cross the finish line. With that ending the second race of Gazelle Motorsport. If you want to join in next race, make sure to sign in on the SimGrid. Next race will be at Zandvoort, same time on Friday. If you can't manage to make it, make sure to subscribe to join in for the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe or follow, and I hope to see you all next